Hello, Lyle.
Oh, come in.
I had some free time. I thought I might help with the packing. Ooh, crates. I love the look of packing crates, you know? Movement, progress, full of life. What kind of mood is this? Have I ever told you how deeply you moved me?
Gave away the money, Asagai.
What? Who gave away what money?
The insurance money. My brother gave it away. He made an investment with a man Travis wouldn't even trusted.
I'm very sorry, and you know?
Me? I'm nothing. When I was small, we used to take our sled out in the wintertime. And one day a kid named Rufus hit the sidewalk and we saw his face just split right open in front of us. And I thought that was end of Rufus.
What?
But the ambulance came and they took him to the hospital and they all sewed it all up. The next time I saw him, he had a little line down on his face. I never got over that. I used to care. It used to be so important to me. I used to care.
And now you stop caring?
It doesn't seem deep enough. Close enough what as mankind. It's a child's way of saying things, but an idolist's.
You know, children see things really well sometimes, and idolists even better.
I know all that. With all your thoughts and dreams about Africa.
Yes.
What about all the crooks and thieves and just plain idiots who will come into power and steal and plunder as same as before? Now they will be black and do it in the name of their independence? What about them?
That'll be a problem for another time. First, we must get there.
And where does it end?
And who even spoke of an end?
Sagai, when I was sleeping there, deathbed, people went out and took my future right out of my hand. People went out and changed my life.
Was it your money?
What?
I said, was it your money he gave away?
No, it belongs to all of us.
But did you earn it? Would you have had it if your father had not died?
No.
Then what is wrong in a house where all good or bad is dependent on the death of a man? I never thought to see you like this, Elijah. Your brother made a mistake and now you're giving up your hope on the entire human race? Okay, then good. What do you plan to do?
Do?
I have a bit of a suggestion. That when this is all over, you come home with me.
Oh, Saga, you decided to be romantic at this moment?
My dear young creature of the new world, I do not mean across the city. I mean home. To Africa.
Saga, I must sit down and think. So many things just happened today. I must sit down and think.
All right, I shall go. No, don't get up. Just sit a while and think. Never be afraid to sit a while and think.
Dreams of yachts, brother? Did you see yourselves sitting in the conference table, surrounded by all the mighty bald men in America, waiting for your pronouncement on the industry, waiting for you, the chairman of the board? I look at you and I see the final triumph of the stupidity in the world. Who's that? Your husband. Where did he go? Knows.
Well, ain't it a mess in here though? I guess we all better stop moping around and get some work done, especially with all the unpacking and all we got to do. One of you all better call the movers and tell them not to come.
Tell him not to come.
Of course, baby. Ain't no need for him coming all the way here and then having to go back. They charge us for that too. Lord, ever since I was a young girl, I remember people used to say, Lena Eagleson, you ain't too high all the time. You just gotta slow down and see life a little more like it is.
No, Lena.
Me and Big Walter just didn't ever learn right.
Lena, no. We can still move. Benny, tell her. Tell her we can still move. The notes ain't but 125 of them. We got 4 grown people in this house. We can work.
Just aim too high all the time.
Lena, I'll work. I'll work
up some. Why, I seen a second-hand bureau over at Maxwell Street that we could fit in right here. And we could hang up some of them new curtains by the window. Why, this place would be looking fine. Sometimes you just gotta know when to give up on some things and hold on to what you've got. Where you been, son?
Made a call.
To who, son?
To the man.
What man, son?
Don't you know who the man is, Mama? You know like how they say in the streets, Mr. Charlie and Captain Boss.
Linder.
Yeah, that's the one.
What did you call him for?
Do business with him.
What are you talking about, son?
See, I'm talking about life, Mama. You see, life is divided up between the takers and the tooken, and people like us, we always get tooken, but people like Willie Harris, they don't ever get tooken. You see, Willie Harris taught me something. He told me to keep my eye on what's important. Yeah, thank you, Willie Harris!
What you call him an for, Walter?
Called him because I'm going to put on a show for him. Mama, you know, he came through that door, and they were willing to pay us to move.
You talking about taking those people's money?
I ain't talking about it, baby. I'm telling you that's what's going to happen.
God, that's the bottom. It's a real, honest to goddamn bottom that you can't go any farther.
Son, you're making something inside of me cry, son. Some awful pain inside me.
Don't cry, Mama. You see, those white people, they want something, and I'm going to help them get it. I'm going to put on a show for him, Mama.
Son, I come from 5 generations of sharecroppers and slaves, but ain't nobody in our family ever need nobody to give them no money as a way of saying we weren't fit to walk the earth. We ain't never been that poor. We ain't never been that dead inside.
We're all dead now.
Why can't you see it from my point of view? You know, I didn't make this earth. I was given it. You know what? I want my wife to wear some pearls in the earth. Who says my wife can't wear pearls?
How you gonna feel on the inside, son?
I'm gonna feel fine, Mom. I'm gonna feel like a man.
You won't have nothing left then, Walter Lee.
You know what, Mom? I'm gonna look that son of a bitch in the eyes, and I'm gonna say, Mr. Linder, you have the right to have your neighborhood the way you want it. I'm gonna just say, put the money right here in mine, and then you won't have to live next to a bunch of stinking niggers. And you know what? Maybe I'll get on my black knees, and I'll praise him, and I'll say, oh yes, Mr. Charlie, oh Captain, oh yes, go Boston. And you know what? I found 5.
That is not a man. That is nothing but a toothless rat.
Yes, death done come upon this house, come walking upon the lips of my children. You what supposed to be my beginning again? You what supposed to be my harvest? You mourning your brother?
He's no brother of mine.
What you say?
I said that individual in that room is no brother of mine.
Yes, that's what I thought you said. What did you say a moment ago? That he wasn't a man?
You saw him. You saw him down on his knees. Wasn't it you who taught me to suspect any man who would do that?
Yes, me and your daddy taught you that. But I thought we taught you something else too. I thought we taught you to love him.
Love? There's nothing left to love.
There is always something left to love. And if you ain't learned that, you ain't learned nothing. Child, when do you think is the time to love somebody most? When they've done good and make things easy for everybody? Well, then you ain't through learning at all, because that ain't the time at all. It's when he's down at his lowest and can't pick himself up anymore because the world done beat him so. When you measure somebody, measure him right, child. Measure him right. Make sure you've done taking into account all the hills and valleys he's had to go through to get to where he is today.
Grandmama, the moving men are downstairs. The truck just pulled up.
Are they, baby? Is it downstairs?
Hello. I'm so glad you people decided to call. Life can be so much simpler than people make it out to be most of the time. Well, to who am I to negotiate with? You, Mrs. Younger, or your son?
Travis, baby, why don't you go outside? Yes, Mom.
No, Travis, you stay right here. And Walter Lee, you show him where our 5 generations worth of family done come down to.
Mr. Linder, why don't you have a seat?
Thank you.
See, we've thought about your offer, and we are simple people.
Yes.
I've worked as a chauffeur most of my life, and mother does domestic work in people's kitchens, and so does my wife. And you know, my father was a laborer most of his life as well.
Okay, okay.
Hey, you know my father once beat a man to death just for saying something wrong to him, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure I do.
What I'm trying to say is that we are...
Son, I gave you $6,500. Is it gone? All of it? Benita's money too?
I didn't go to no bank yesterday.
You mean your sister's school money? You used all of it? Walter?
It's all gone.
Mama! Mama!
You know, I seen him night after night come look at that rug and then look at me. The red showing in his eyes, the nerves moving in his head. I seen him thin and old since he was 40, working and working like a madman. And you give it all away? Just in a day?
Mama! Mama!
Father, look down here and show us strength.
Mama!
Strength. Strength.